Hi, it's Joe Gore from Premier Guitar, and I'm here with Frank Deimel of Deimel Guitarworks, and he's going to show us some of his new instruments. What are you playing right now, Frank?
Well, that's the new Deimel Singlestar. It's derived from our double star, so we because we closed the upper horn, now we have that single star, and I wanted to show that also by putting up a single graphic star on the guitar. And we have now news because formerly we did not do the archtop. Now that's built like the classic Les Paul with the Michigan maple archtop, and we have a very light mahogany back and a set neck, and it's a more comfortable neck joint here, and so you are able to reach the upper frets. And what else is new? We have a side adjuster for the truss rod, so you have nothing over here. The complete area is free of any holes or cuttings, and that's our Deimel Singlestar.
And this is with TV Jones pickups you mentioned?
Yeah, we bought a couple of them because we are interested always in all kinds of P90 variations, and I loved how they look in this guitar. And so we decided for the Diamond style P90s here. And they sound awesome. I mean, it's just very great.
I noticed that you use a lot of P90s in your designs. Is that a very special pickup for you?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's a sort of a mid-range. I really think it's a great sound for the electric guitar. And I mean, you can get all kinds of P90s nowadays, even hum-free, more clarity or more grind, whatever. I mean, and because I hate frames, I don't like the frames of humbuckers, so I'm more into the sopa kind of thing. That's
looking at your guitars. You see touches from many classic American guitars, but you put them together in very creative new ways, or you're not afraid of improving an individual detail. What's your philosophy about the classics versus improvising from the classics?
Well, I'm influenced by them, and I love vintage guitars, and but I want to sort of merge classical elements, which are very great or which are an advantage. And I want to put together the best of like both worlds, so to say. So if I see, okay, I like a long scale neck. This is a long scale guitar, like a Fender. I like Fender hardware, like where the strings go through the body. But I'm a great fan of the classic Les Paul Junior. So that's where the P90s come from. That's where the mahogany construction comes from. So I put neck through and all that on set neck and light mahogany, and I like also the classic look of the body style, but I don't copy. I mean, it's a different body outline. It's just individually made into a new guitar based on classic influences.
Can you show us a couple of your other new things?
Yes, please.
And what have we got here? That's lovely.
Yeah, that's the Firestar. We are already in the third year of presenting our Firestar guitar, and now we have a variation of it. We are playing around with the picket materials, and we try to get new combinations out of the wood, the pickup style, pickup colors, pickguard colors, and yeah, we also have this headstock in the reverse as the regular version. So if customers want to have the tuners on the right or left side, we can do that too. And now we have a very light one-piece Swamp Ash body. It's all one piece, and nicely figured on that side here too. And we have our own neck plate, side adjuster, truss rod side adjuster. And very new is the Mastery vibrato, which is a perfect combination now with the Mastery tremolo, the Mastery bridge and the vibrato.
You do some very interesting things with your bridge. I noticed that this seems to attach to the body in a way that is much more secure and presumably much more resonant than a traditional Jazzmaster hardware.
Exactly. I mean, that the Mastery bridge itself is completely solid. It does not swivel around or move at all because the bridge itself is very tight in the posts of the body. And you can adjust it in the height and then tighten it home with the screw up here. And what else is new is what else is the big improvement is that 3 strings are on one saddle. So there's much more pressure on one saddle as on, if you imagine like 1 string on one saddle.
Yes.
And that's the big advantage, because you have a very shallow angle of Jazzmaster style guitars. And by having 3 strings on one saddle, you get a tight connection and a very good resonance.
Tell us about this instrument.
Yeah, well, that's our regular Singlestar. We are having the custom Singlestar, which I showed you before. This one is the same build like our double star bolt tone, because it has a bolt-on neck, and we use like 4 screws over here, and the other 2 screws coming from the clamp here from the spring claw goes into the neck, because the neck actually goes up to here. So we have a very stiff connection from the neck to the body, and we are using red elder bodies and maple necks. So we have sort of all the ingredients which classic F-style or guitar would have, and so the sound is a bit different to the mahogany version.
It's another fascinating bridge. It's sort of a Strat-Telly hybrid.
Yeah, that's our, also we merged some stuff from the past. This is actually a Stratocaster base plate, and we are using Telecaster bridge saddles. And they are really nicely done, because they have grooves here, and they are intonating absolutely right. And they do work in tremolo, because they don't move sideways, which is actually the case if you have angled things, then it would move sideways and you are out of tune. So with this, it's really working very, very nice, and it has sort of a Jules Verne look or whatever. I mean, for me, it's a perfect combination of technology which works and looks great.
Can we hear a little bit?
Yeah, please.
And where can people go to learn more about these instruments?
Well, you can find me at www.deimelguitarworks.de, or Facebook also. We're both there.
Thank you for showing us.
Great, thank you.
And thank you for watching PremierGuitar.com.